Wonderful. I'll just do the screen share here as well.
Wonderful. We see your screen. Yeah.
And all right. Perfect. Okay. So my name is Virginia Johnson, and I'm the Senior Manager of Programs and Community Engagement with Junior Achievement of PEI. We are Junior Achievement. That's what we've traditionally been known as for many years, especially on PEI and elsewhere. But as per our official branding, we're also known as JA, Prince Edward Island. So if I'm using the two terms here kind of interchangeably, it's the same organization. So just as a little bit of information, if anyone's not familiar with what Junior Achievement is and who we are here. So JA is a worldwide not-for-profit organization that inspires youth to realize their potential and make a positive difference in their communities. Our mission is that JA inspires and prepares young people to succeed in a global economy. And our vision is that we see a world in which young people have the skill set and the mindset to build thriving communities based on these missions and values of our organization. JA, as a worldwide national organization, has actually previously been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize due to the missions here that we try to promote, and the hope that students who participate in our programs will take those skills forward and again put that towards being able to help build thriving global communities. So as an organization, we exist in every province in Canada. So we're part of like the JAPEI charter. There's a charter in every province in Canada, and we're all under the umbrella of Junior Achievement of Canada, which is under the umbrella of or a part of this JA worldwide organization as well. So besides Canada, we exist in, I think, almost over 100 countries worldwide. We are one of, if not the largest educational not-for-profits, or educational based, I should say, not-for-profits in the world. So fairly far-reaching impact that we have. So what we do with JA predominantly, like here on PEI and elsewhere, is that we work with teachers and students all across the island at all different grade levels to provide experiences that fall under the category of one or more of the three pillars of entrepreneurship, financial health, and work readiness. So every program we offer covers at least one of those topics, if not more than one, depending on like the grade and the level of the students. So predominantly what we're always looking for volunteers is people who will actually go into the classrooms and do presentations of our programs for the students. So in doing so, most of the opportunities that we have for volunteering are in school. So during the school hours, which are traditionally 9 to 3, and we have opportunities available, like I mentioned, all across PEI. We're in schools almost as far west as Tignish and as far east as Surrey. So, and everywhere in between. And our grade level, like we start doing programs at the grade 3 level all the way up to high school. And it varies a little bit between the grade 3 to high school in what the programs are and what they look like. But the idea is that at like the young elementary level, students are learning a lot of just the basics of things like what is a job, what is money, how do jobs help us make money, how do they help build communities, and what kind of benefits do jobs offer the communities as well, all the way up to our flagship company program for high school students, in which over an approximate 11 weeks, students have the opportunity, either as part of a class they take in high school or as an extracurricular activity, to actually run through the full process of running a business, everything from the initial creative idea and all the startup processes to actually running the business and the final liquidation at the end. So we are always looking, like say, for volunteers to help out with all of those different programs, and just depending on like your interests and your skill set and that sort of thing, would definitely help us determine like where the best fit for you would be. As far as backgrounds go, just based on the fact that our programs, like say, are in schools for students, a background in education is an asset for sure, especially maybe if you're somebody like in an undergrad and you might be interested in, say, pursuing like a Bachelor of Education degree. Something like this might be a good experience for some classroom exposure for you if you're interested. Business as well, again, not a requirement, but because so much of the content that we do is sort of business education, having the background in business or the interest in, going into business as your career, you might have some good experience to share with the students, as well as the experience for you going into your career. But again, these are not required. It doesn't actually matter what you're studying or anything right now. You can be in any program and be interested, and we could take you on. The most important experience and skills, though, that are like required and that we would look to see are that you have just strong written and oral communication, comfort with speaking to and interacting with a large group of students. So if you're going into the classroom, you're going to be leading this presentation for the next hour, is usually how long the programs run. Just to have that ability to go in and not be scared of a group of students and be comfortable like engaging with them and facilitating the programs for us, and just a passion for working with youth and for facilitating presentations. So again, the main thing just being that you have that passion, that interest. If you really hate public speaking, really get nervous in front of a group of kids, like might not be the best opportunity for you, but if that's something you're really interested in, then happy to have you. As far as like opportunities that we have, there's lots of opportunities available through the remainder of the school year. We still have several schools, classes across the province registered that will be receiving their programs anytime between now and June. So for students, understanding again that you're in class around some of the same times that we'd be expecting presenters in the classroom, like during the school hours. If that doesn't work so well with your schedule, there's opportunities available like in the spring as well, if that's something you'd be interested in doing, like helping us out with some in like maybe May and June after classes and exams are done. We also tend to book the presentations based on both the teacher's availability and the presenter's availability. So if you're a full-time student, but say you have like a little bit of flexibility, you have afternoons open, you're only in class in the morning and you could visit a school in the afternoon, something like that, we can be flexible that way as well. So if you're not sure about the time commitment, but you're interested, it'd still be worth reaching out to us and we can try to work around that for you. Depending on what the program is and what grade level we're working with, the time commitment is a little bit different. A general program delivery happens in 3 one-hour visits to the classroom. So that's just kind of how the programs are divided up. So you'd be with the same school, same class for 3 days, but you just would go for an hour, do day 1, go back another day and another day for day 2 and day 3. Some of our programs at some schools are actually available as like a one-time half-day commitment. Like maybe you visit the school and you're with a class for like 9 to 12 that morning, and or 1 to 3 in the afternoon or something like that. And we do have a couple of opportunities like that coming up over the next couple of months. We'd be happy to share more with that if that would work with anyone's schedule. And as I mentioned before, like our flagship company program for the high school students, both as an in-school and an after-school opportunity, there's often mentorship opportunities available for that as well. If not as a full-time ongoing mentor, there'd be possibilities maybe to even come in and assist as like a guest speaker, or just kind of helping out with that a little bit, whatever it might be, especially for students. So that's kind of an ongoing one as well. And again, like we've already mentioned, we have schools all across the island. So if a person was interested in signing up, but like maybe you might attend school in Charlottetown, but maybe you live in a different community, maybe you're somewhere more rural and you would say, oh, I'd love to visit the school in my community, maybe the high school I went to or something like that. I'd love to go back there to visit and do a presentation. Like there's a wide variety of school options available. So sometimes it is, like I said, based on the school. Maybe it's a particular grade you would really like to work with, or sometimes it's the program content of choice. So like I mentioned at the beginning, all the programs we offer fall under the umbrella or the pillars of those three different uh, focuses there: the entrepreneurship, the work readiness, and financial literacy. So if any one of those particular programs, say, is something you're really interested in, and say, like, I'd love to visit a class and teach the students about running a business or something like that, like we could work you into the one that would the program that would work best for you, as well as, like, again, the school and the grade level as well. um so that's really all I have for the presentation there. I know, just based on some other questions that have come up with the other presenters, the process itself is fairly straightforward. The best way to get involved would just be to probably send an email or give us a call to learn more. So I have my email included here as well. I actually myself will only be the point of contact for about another month and a half or so before I start on a maternity leave, but this email is still legitimate. I'll leave it here. If you were to contact this email, like say 6 weeks from now or something like that, your message will still go to someone who will be able to help you and get you involved there, or just our generic phone number there as well. We are on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram. If you wanted to give us a follow, sometimes we post upcoming opportunities available on our sites, as well as our website. We don't so much post volunteer opportunities on the website, but just to learn more about the various programs and what they consist of, you can feel free to check us out there. We have a monthly volunteer newsletter as well with upcoming opportunities. So if, again, you wanted to just send an email and say, sign me up for your newsletter, we're happy to do that as well, and answer more questions about, again, like what your best fit might be. The actual process for signing you up to volunteer is generally, once we've kind of had that initial conversation to get an idea of where the best fit for a program delivery might be, then we would bring you in for a little training session where we'd have you fill out any relevant paperwork, give you the materials that we have for every program. All materials, I should have mentioned that as well, all the materials we have for every program are pre-created. You don't have to make up any of the content on your own. It's already here for you. We basically have a script to follow, and all resources and materials you need are given to you. And we would do a training session with you as well before sending you into the classroom, and give you plenty of time, usually ideally a couple of weeks, to go through it on your own and see if you've got any questions or clarifications needed. And then you'd be ready to go into the classroom and then fulfill your volunteer time commitment that way. So as far as prep work goes, we'd usually expect an hour or two on top of, then, say, those extra few hours that you're spending there in the classroom as well.